We have with us one of the co-founders of Design Collective, that is Shahili Gomez McCoy. Hi, Shahili, how are you doing today?
Thanks. How are you?
I'm doing great too. So, just one question for you: What made you? What inspired you to collaborate with Magical You?
So when Buddhi got in touch with us with how and when she could start retail at the Design Collective, her positive affirmation packs, I immediately said absolutely yes. And I insisted that we did a workshop in order to launch the product. Because for me, I thought what was most important is for people to understand how to use the product, the positive affirmation pack that Buddhi has come up with. And I believe in it totally. I really think it's really important for us to surround ourselves with really good energy, positive energy, and a good vibe in general. And that'll be super helpful for us individually. So I really wanted to collaborate with Buddhi on this.
So, tell me a little bit about why you think it's important for people to have these daily affirmations with them.
I think everyone has different forms of affirmations every day. I just think that, we have so many different thoughts in our head all the time that it's very difficult to always remain really positive. So I was a competitive athlete. I represented Sri Lanka for synchronized swimming. I swam for school, played water polo, etc. And from a sports angle, we are always meant to visualize the race, visualize the sporting event and winning, etc. Really living it and feeling it, breathing it. So I've been practicing that aspect when I was a sports woman for a really long time, but I also sometimes forget to do it on a daily practice of being really positive because you're just like, oh, just another day of full of headaches, right? So when Buddhi reached out, I thought this was a great opportunity to remind myself, but also remind those who are familiar with it again, but also teach people who don't know about it. The Design Collective has always remained a space for also learning. We have held many different workshops, from yoga to this sort of thing to button masala workshops. So I always maintain that I want to have a lot of learning aspects to the store.
Thank you, Shahili, for your time to talk to us.
Thank you so much for coming. Thank you.
We have with us Tarshan. Hi, Tarshan. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good myself. Tell me a little bit of how you became a part of Magical You.
Yes. So Buddhika reached out to me in 2020. Actually, this was during the lockdown, and she was like, she has this idea and she wants to bring it together, and we instantly connected because I was also believing in being grateful, the practice in being grateful, the affirmation. I've heard of affirmation and I've been practicing it as well. So when she was talking about it, I instantly connected and I was like, yes. And this, she wanted illustrations done, and then I was very excited because I love creating illustrations, and this particular project I was very interested to work with her. So we have been talking throughout since then, and I really understood what she wanted. She was very particular of what kind of artwork she wanted, and then what kind of colors she wanted to incorporate. So it has been actually a few months of journey to bring this product together, and yeah, I really enjoyed creating it with her actually.
So tell me a little bit about what you think about positive affirmation.
Yes, so I was introduced to positive affirmation in 2011. This was a particular time that I was going through a hard time, and then when I was introduced, I started reading about them, researching about it, and I started using it for my daily during the daily routine, and I specifically saw the changes it has been bringing in. I was more positive. I was getting things done more than usual. It really had a huge impact in my life, and since then I have been practicing it actually. Yes.
Thank you, Tarshan, for your
Thank you for
time.
having me.
We have with us Buddhika, the creator of Magical You. Hi, Buddhika. How are you doing today?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing good myself. So tell me a little bit. Just give us a tip about how you could make your day more positive.
Okay. I would say to start your day with gratitude, because when you start with a grateful mindset, it really forms your day. It puts things into perspective rather than waking up being like, oh my God, I have to go to work, I have to get my kids ready and all that. Just change that thought and just say something you're grateful for.
Tell me a bit about why you wanted to work with Tarshini on this.
Okay, so there's a bit of a story behind that. When I first came across Darshana's artwork on Instagram, I fell in love with his work. And at that point, I was thinking to myself, oh, I wish I could do a product with him, something with him, a collaboration with him. I did not know in which form it was going to manifest, but when I got the idea to do the affirmation pack, it was no brainer. He came to my mind, and especially I wanted to make Magical You such a beautiful pack because it's something new. It's not new to the global market, but it's new to Sri Lanka, as far as I'm aware. And when it's attractive, when it's beautiful, you tend to want to go back to it. And positive affirmations is something that you need to keep on repeating. It's something that you need to go back to. And when it's a pretty card, when it's a pretty pack, you get that attraction. Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about how it's important to bring positivity, gratitude into one's life.
Okay, so it's like this. Why have negativity? There's so much negativity right now surrounding so many things. And yes, I mean, some people are like, okay, that's the reality. But when you go from a positive aspect, when you look at things from a positive lens, you will see things differently. You will start seeing the opportunities that you don't even see, because when you're focused on one negative thing and you're like, oh gosh, I can't solve this, I can't solve this, you won't solve it because you're only looking at the problem. But when you look out the box, when you have that positive aspect and you're like, okay, let me see this through something else, then you come up with solutions. Likewise, when we have gratitude and positivity in our life is such, we have the highs and the lows, but during those lows, this comes to our rescue. And it's not about toxic positivity or anything. It's important that we embrace our emotions as well, because they teach us lessons, whether it's a good emotion. I mean, I don't want to label good or bad emotions, but whether it's an emotion that makes us feel good or bad, we need to embrace them both equally. Because when we sweep our emotions under the rug, if it's something like fear, anger, hatred, when we do just sweep them and try not to feel it, it manifests in different ways, like, and all that. And it's important to that we feel our emotions, but also having positivity in our life. Yeah.
That was Buddhika, the creator of Magical You. Do go check out her work. Thank you, Buddhika, for joining us today.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
We have with us Sashini. Hi, Sashini. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
Tell me a little bit about your experience with Magical You.
Sure. So I actually connected with Buddhi via social media after I very daringly made a post about my experience throughout my life so far and the struggles I've been going through. And I think she resonated with it. And then it's basically on that we connected. And I personally have been doing affirmations, but I never had an outlet like Magical You to do it with. So when Buddhi came to me and told me about her product actually hadn't been launched at the time. So when she told me about her concept and the fact that she was launching and she would love to send me one, I was really so happy. And then once I got it, oh my God, it's been one of like the main things that I use in my morning routine all the time. And yeah, it's just honest, it's been very helpful. I believe in the practice of affirmations a lot. And I'm so glad that there's someone in Sri Lanka who's doing it now. And yeah, I would definitely recommend it to everyone for sure.
Tell me, what do you think about like these positive affirmations? How is it important to one's life?
Just like Buddhi really well explained today, I think the main thing is obviously from the time that we were young, we have so much of societal conditioning that we are exposed to, whether we know it or not. Sometimes it's conscious, sometimes it's subconscious. And then what we do is we believe it. We believe these narratives, and sometimes we go through life not even questioning them ever. And so, if someone once said that, like, you've gained weight, all you can think about is the fact that you've gained weight, and then you believe that, right? So, what affirmations do, it honestly, I feel like it makes you question the beliefs that you already have, and then it helps you replace that with more positive and accepting beliefs about yourself. So yeah, that's why I think it's really important.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
Of course, thank you.